Hello everyone, I'm James Sharp. I'm a student in AEB 3341. This is our sales call demonstration video. I'll be playing myself as the role of a salesman, and I'd like to allow Jenna to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Jenna. I'm a senior history major at the University of Florida. I'm just helping James with this video today.
Alright, without any further ado, I'd like to give you a description of what the product is that I'll be selling to Jenna today. So the product that I'm actually selling is an advertisement banner that rolls across the screen of an application that's made for the iPhone and the Android. It's similar to that what you'd see on a Pandora banner. As it crosses the screen, you hear a commercial. Except this one is for a sports event application that helps people and boosts the attendance at the schools. For example, the app will tell you the times and locations of the event. It will tell you the weather conditions. There's a team roster. It shows which of your Facebook friends will be attending the event. Also has a map of directions for out-of-town events, and will also send you push and alert notifications straight to your phone in the event that you would like a reminder for the athletic event. The handling objections that we'll be taking care of in this sales call demonstration video are the put-off objection and also the compare and contrast objection. And then finally, we'll be closing out the sale with the direct method, in which I'll directly ask her for the sale and ask her to sign the invoice. All right. So without any further ado, we'll move on into the next portion of our video. Hi Jenna, it's nice to finally meet you. I'm James Sharp.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. So I'm actually here today to talk to you about My Time. I know I've contacted you before now, and would like to go ahead and follow up with you. So how have you been since the last time we spoke?
Been good. Thanks for asking.
Okay, well how's business been?
It's been alright. A little slow maybe.
Yeah, that can happen depending on what time of year it is. I know realty is a rather fluctuating business. So I've actually worked with quite a few realtors in the past with the same company. I'm the Area 6 Division sales representative for the South. And so I've dealt with probably 5 or 6 other realtors in my last 2 years of my time. We've set up applications for them where their banners have run across the screen, and they've been pretty satisfied in the past. I also was a graduate from the University of Florida, and so I've been in Florida for quite a while, and yeah, go Gators. And I have some previous customer service and retail experience. So I guess the first thing I'd like to ask you is, what kind of issues are you facing with your business that you might need some help with?
I just really need to be seen by like a different audience. I'm looking for new markets. I need to increase my sales.
Okay.
And I really need a steady form of advertising.
Okay, those are all great things to look for in advertisement. They're most likely all things that we can help you accomplish, but I also have some other questions for you. Like, what types of advertisement have you tried in the past?
I would say maybe some radio, newspapers actually. Nothing too major though.
Yeah, I think we all have some experience with those, or can relate to those. So you said you needed to increase your sales. You also have a need to be seen by a new market. And then if I also gather this correctly, you also would like to increase your sales. So if those are things that you would like to accomplish, I think I can help you with them. Do I have your permission to go into this presentation about My Time and what it is that we can do for Rath Realty?
Yeah, I think that would be.
Thank you, I appreciate it. So the first thing you ought to know about My Time is it's seen by an entirely different group of people. They're students and family-based people who attend athletic events. So people that you would normally see around town, politicians, city and social workers, all these types of people attend the events. So you get a wide variety, but you also get a very family-based type of variety. So some of the selling points that I'll discuss with you during this presentation are that you can, first of all, you'll have some exclusivity as a realtor that I can show you, because there are no other realtors signed up for My Time currently. I'll also talk to you about the ability to get a decrease over time, and I would also like to tell you about how our sponsorships are tax deductible. So the first thing that I mentioned to you was that if you choose to sponsor a banner on the My Time application and be seen by everyone who uses the app, you'll get a charter membership package, because, like I said, no one else has done this yet. If you sign up for the charter package, it allows you exclusivity for 5 years, and then we'll have to reevaluate. You always get first pick or right of refusal if we decide to continue with you in your advertisement. but it's important to note that this charter package saves you a lot of money over the time span of a couple of years. One of the nice things about being a membership sponsor for this application is that you build a nice reputation in the community. And so I think you'll find an increase in business just for that alone. Okeechobee, in the past, in the high school attendance for the sports events, where this app was mainly used and seen, experienced a 16% higher turnout rate because of the application's presence in the school. So how do you feel about that?
That sounded pretty good to me. 16%.
Sure it does, yeah. 16 doesn't seem like a lot to most people, but I'm glad you recognize it's actually a substantial amount of business increase. Okay, well, since we agree on those things, I actually have the form here ready for you to sign. Would you like to go ahead and become a sponsor of My Time?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It sounds great, but I'm just too swamped right now. I'm too swamped right now to handle the transition. It sounds great, but I'm just too busy.
Okay, so let me make sure that I have your concern correctly. You're concerned about the amount of effort that it would take to transition from another type of advertisement to us, or is it that you don't have time in general because you're too busy? What is it exactly that you're concerned about?
I would say that the transition, I just don't have time to set up a new form of advertisement.
Okay. Well, that's actually encouraging to know. I'm glad that we cleared that up because one of the things that's important for you to realize, even after we set up your banner for the first time, is that we have a technical group. It's a division of our department at our headquarters in DeLand, and they're designed to specifically set up your app for you, and also handle any technical difficulties or changes later on in your logo if you change your logo. So as a matter of fact, the only thing we would really need from you is a logo. Other than that, we may send you a couple drafts, and the only way we would send you others is if you didn't approve the first two. So does that sort of take care of that need or concern that you had for that?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, okay, very good. Like I said, if you would like to sign up, I have the form, and it's on a 5-year plan like we discussed for the charter membership package. And all I need you to do is sign for me at the bottom, and we'll get started building your app.
No, another reason I have to not sign up, I would say, is I could advertise my business visually or verbally with other applications such as Pandora and Spotify. And I haven't looked at the prices. I could come across those in 2 weeks, and they could be cheaper.
That's a true statement. I mean, there certainly are some other people that you can advertise with. Some of them definitely being Spotify and Pandora. I just want to make sure that I have the issue correct here, though. Is it that you're concerned you may find a different advertisement form similar to ours, but it might be a better price or a better fit for you? Is that what you're concerned
Exactly.
about? Okay, very good. That's what I kind of figured that. Like I said, that's a true thing. That could be a reality 2 weeks from now. You may find another form of advertisement that you like. The one thing that I can encourage you about is that, first and foremost, My Time, for what we discussed, is primarily a new market. Things such as Pandora and Spotify have already been tapped into on a large scale by businesses just like yours. But as we discussed earlier, also the reason you're eligible to be a charter member is because there are no other realtors currently advertising on there. So it definitely is a new market that hasn't been tapped into for several businesses, but especially realty. The other thing I'd like to mention to you is that My Time school sponsorships always go hand in hand with other types of sponsorships. We have many clients who have a banner with us. They have a banner with Pandora. They have a banner with other form, like actual physical banners on the school campus, or they do radio advertisement, or they do newspaper advertisement. The one thing that we found out is that people are always satisfied and happy to add My Time into their advertisement schedule because it seems to always promise them that 16% increase that we discussed. So now that you know that, do you feel any differently about that concern, or do you still feel the same way?
I would say you've definitely addressed that concern for me.
Okay.
I'm feeling pretty good, yeah.
I've done this for a while, and these are things that we've been asked before in the past, and so I'm glad that I was able to help you with that. One thing I didn't have a chance to mention to you until now is another selling point of ours at My Time. Every sponsorship that you sign up for, which means every year around tax time, all of our sponsorships are tax deductible for that fiscal year. We even provide you with a form, and we send those out. We've never had a person get denied, And we've typically saved people on average anywhere from $300 to $400 a year on their taxes. That's in addition to the other savings that we also provide you through the charter membership package. And I've also got an analysis here of how we compare with other forms of advertising if you'd like to take a look at it. I sent it to you in an email, but I printed it out for you here because there's a couple things I'd like to go over potentially. If you notice on here, we have the different types of advertisement on the left column, but in the rows we have our monthly cost compared to their monthly cost. We have the times the ad ran compared to the amount of times that their ad ran, and then we have listeners, viewers, an average cost per listener and viewer, and then the sales increase. I've already told you about the sales increase, but the one thing I would like to point out is that we run your ad 8,000 times in comparison to the next 48 and then also 6 underneath that. The other thing you'll come to find is, although we don't have as many listeners and viewers yet, we have a higher turnout rate and a lower cost per person per viewer for the amount of times that your ad runs. So feel free to keep this and take a look at it as you go on and about, and feel free to share it with others if you decide to sign up with us and know anyone else who might be interested in that. Now that I've shown you that, I'd be interested to know how that came across. I mean, how do you feel about the fact that we are tax deductible? Is that helpful to your business?
I would say, yeah, you're definitely convincing me right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Very good. At this point, I think we've both agreed that My Time has a lot to offer you at Rath Realty. Seeing that we have so many things to offer you, and I'd like to go over them for you one more time, is, like we just mentioned, we're tax deductible. You'll have a reputation for sponsoring the school if you sponsor through us and build a banner. You'll also be considered a booster for helping the school boost the attendance of these athletic events and also the away games. And then finally, well, in addition, you also get an easy setup team. And then finally, you also experience increased sales, which I would agree, or which I would state is probably the most important aspect to the entire process. So now that, having said all that, I think it's time, and if you disagree, that's fine, but I have a membership form. I've made the special notes that we need to for you, and we've already pulled your logo from Rath Realty's website. So would you like to go ahead and get started? I can even have your app up and running before the next week's football game against Fort Pierce if you like.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me.
Okay, very good. This is just a terms of compliance agreement, and you can sign the bottom for me, and we'll get started on your app. We'll send you an invoice in the mail later. If you'd like it through email, you can also let us know about that.
Okay. Is there any way that I could see what it looks like? The app.
Oh, you'd like to see the application?
Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting that you asked me that. I actually sent you a link to download it, and I can show you what it looks like on my phone. My Time's an application, just like any other application like Facebook. And if you'd like, you can take a look at this. I've added Okeechobee Brahmins School at the top.
Okay.
And you can see all the things we mentioned, like the weather conditions, the roster, the pass scores, and who will be attending the event. I have a few friends that will be there next week, and you can see those at the bottom.
Oh, this is nice.
Yes. So did you happen to see the banner at the very bottom here is what has the link connected to your banner?
Oh, okay.
And that's Home Depot signed up. They were the first maintenance store to sign up with us, a construction company. So they currently rule the market on My Time's website, just like you could if you sign up. So we'll get that started for you. So do you have any other follow-up questions for me?
No, sounds pretty good.
Okay, I have one last question for you, and I'd like to know, how do you feel about My Time, and what do you think about your future with us as your advertising specialist?
I'm pretty excited to branch out into different forms of advertisement.
Very good. We're actually very excited to have you as a client, Jenna.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we wish you the very best of business. We'll try to help you as much as we can.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.